Coming up next on KX News at 10, one North Dakota Police Department is looking to make a change in the midst of a high crime year. And the program was aimed at keeping small businesses afloat, but the government says now many people took advantage of the loans. Plus, putting the focus on an illness that affects thousands across the country and so many right here at home.
Putting North Dakota first. KX News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. I'm Renee Cooper. Thanks for watching KX News. Leading our coverage tonight, the police department is requesting assistance in the middle of a record-setting year for crime. A new job opening could help bring some much-needed help to the Minot Police Department. Chief John Klug requested that city council members approve a new intelligence analyst position in the 2021 budget. The job would help look into pre-existing trends happening in the city, like drugs and domestic violence. The new position would also help officers make informed decisions during an investigation, and with murder rates being at an all-time high with 5 so far this year, prevention is key.
If we can start putting those pieces of the puzzle together and lead our investigation in a different direction earlier on, hopefully that'll help us bring that number down or at least save somebody's life.
Chief Klug says in 2018 there were no murders, and in 2019 there was 1. If the proposed city budget is approved next year, Chief Klug says they plan to fill the position early in the coming year. Congress passed the Paycheck Protection Program in March to give loans to businesses across the country to keep them afloat. More than 5.2 million loans have been approved, totaling more than $525 billion. And some lawmakers credit the PPP for saving the economy from disaster. Now, the DOJ says there's evidence that some business owners tried to illegally take advantage.
Dozens of business owners have been charged with fraud for allegedly abusing Paycheck Protection Program loans, meant to help keep businesses alive during the pandemic.
Unfortunately, almost every crisis brings out not only those who seek to help others, but those who try to exploit the situation for their own unlawful purposes and financial gain.
Acting Assistant Attorney General Brian Rabbitt said the 57 people charged defrauded the PPP for $175 million. He says the Justice Department has learned an unfortunate lesson.
Anytime the federal government makes a large amount of money available to the public on an expedited basis, the opportunities for fraud are unfortunately clear.
A government task force has been investigating potentially fraudulent loans. Investigators found examples of business owners using PPP loans for high-end jewelry, expensive cars, gambling, even strip clubs. The money was meant for businesses to pay salaries of furloughed workers or their rent to remain open during the pandemic.
You haven't had a downturn in your business. You shouldn't have gotten these dollars, or if you're not going to spend it the right way, you shouldn't be able to keep these dollars.
Republican Senator Rick Scott says there is pending legislation to give more money to auditors to ensure PPP loans are spent legally. Democrat Senator Mark Warner says he supports that idea, but says it has to be done right.
I also have sympathy as well for the idea that if we put in too many restrictions, it might have taken months to get this money out.
Frankly, these indictments that we saw today are likely only the tip of the iceberg.
Tim Stratton of the Project on Government Oversight, a watchdog group, says he fears this may be just a fraction of the fraud.
In only a few months, if we've seen 50 cases, likely there are much more to be uncovered.
Well, the Justice Department says among those charged with fraud, there were fake companies, a doctor who stole from his patients, and an elaborate ring of people trying to steal tens of millions of dollars. Turning to our COVID-19 North Dakota watch, today state officials confirmed 431 new cases of the coronavirus after more than 80,500 tests in the last day. The counties reporting the highest number of new cases include Burleigh County with 90. There were 87 cases in Cass County, 42 in Morton County, 38 in Stutzman, and 35 reported in Stark County. The report listed 1 new death, unfortunately, a woman in her 60s from Benson County with underlying health conditions. A total of 168 people have died since the pandemic began. The active cases went up by 220 to a total of 2,754. There have been 482 cases per 100,000 people in North Dakota over the past 2 weeks, which ranks first in the country for new cases per capita, according to the COVID Tracking Project. There have now been a total of 15,577 cases in North Dakota since the pandemic hit the state in mid-March. For the latest information on the coronavirus in our state, including resources, all the latest case numbers and prevention, head on over to our website. That's kxnet.com. Well, September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, a time to focus on an illness that has impacted thousands of families. The hope is that by talking about it openly and educating people, the pain and suffering of losing a loved one can be prevented. PJ Walker has more.
Depression and suicide are real challenges that many children and adults are facing daily. And the isolation and disconnect that the COVID-19 pandemic has somewhat forced upon us doesn't seem to be helping ease those thoughts and emotions either.
We lost our daughter to suicide almost 8 years ago.
Audrey and her husband lost their daughter, Tracy Wirtz, to suicide at the age of 42.
She was so outgoing, and she just seemed like she had everything going for her. And it shocked a lot of people. I mean, it shocked us too.
She says Tracy was seeking help for depression, but it just wasn't enough, which is why they were at Minot's Oak Park today for the Out of Darkness Walk to share important information with others.
Be aware of if there's any changes in their behavior, or I would say encourage them to talk to a counselor.
The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention says suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in America. Last year in North Dakota, it was the 9th leading cause, and the pandemic hasn't helped those numbers.
A lot of people took social distancing as not even being able to call their friends. We like to use the term physical distancing.
Celeste is the co-chair for the walk this year, and she says since the beginning of the pandemic, suicide rates have increased. She says simple things like calling and checking on a friend, or even an in-person visit while social distancing can make a world of a difference.
Mental health is major. You need to make sure your mental health is in check and good.
As for the Wirtz, 8 years later, they are still remembering their daughter and using her life to encourage others to walk out of the darkness. Reporting in Minot for KX News, I am PJ Walker.
The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention says on average, one person died by suicide every 60 hours in the Peace Garden State. You can head to our website to find a list of resources for someone you know. Of course, that's kxnet.com. In other news, even though U.S. Bank Stadium didn't allow fans in for the first Vikings game, many still didn't want to miss out on the big game feel. Bleachers Sports Bar welcomed mostly Vikings fans and a few Packers fans to watch the game. The bar can only operate at 50% capacity because of the coronavirus guidelines, but managers say they saw steady traffic throughout the game. Owner Tim Coyne says even though his business has taken a hit during the pandemic, he's hoping game days can get back to normal soon.
We're going to get through this, and we're doing everything we can to keep our doors open for everybody, and we just want to do the right thing and have a great time.
Very nice mask there, Tim. Coyne says he's had to turn away over 10 groups today to make sure his bar stayed at capacity. And now, here's some of the top stories of the week from KX News, in case you missed it. Protect ND is a coalition opposed to the measure, which was put on the ballot by the 2019 legislature. After voters initiate and approve a constitutional change, Measure 2 would allow the legislature to veto it, then send it back to voters to override.
We spoke with the North Dakota director of the Consumer Protection Division, who says people have received a link asking them to enter their birth date.
And by reaching out to us now and getting us to confirm our birth date, they have completed that file, and they've connected or linked our birth date with the rest of the information that they purchased or was otherwise available on the dark web.
Farmers across the state may be forced to harvest their corn as well as other crops a lot earlier than they wanted to.
If we could pick what we wanted, we wouldn't want a frost right now.
The last thing he needed was an early freeze, which could end his corn growth before it's properly matured.
The Department of Corrections, through staff of the Pretrial Services Program, can now conduct risk assessments and reevaluate if someone should spend that time waiting behind bars.
We basically find the facts and we present the facts, and then the judge can use it to make a bond decision. The defense can use it to make a bond argument.
It's been nearly 7 months since a fire destroyed the Halls apartment, leaving more than 26 people without a home.
They were interested in finding a place where they could build a bigger building to house more people and do more community service, and it's a perfect location for them. They deserve it. They've been really good to everybody here.
Coming up next on KX News at 10. Today on the National Day calendar, we're taking a trip back in time to learn about the origin of an American icon. Plus, Robert will be in soon with a look at your weekend weather. Stay tuned.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us. You're watching KX News at 10 with Renee Cooper. Weather with meteorologist Robert Sir. And sports with Luke Campbell. KX News at 10. Putting North Dakota first.